Hi. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the vlog. It has been a morning already. Everybody's driving me insane, so that's fun. Sean, for some reason, is like in a particularly cranky mood, so we're gonna do the best to have a good day. I'm trying to not let it affect the entire like morning, but Sean's had his breakfast. I'm here in the bathroom trying to get ready for the day. Lately, this is what I've been having to do if I want to like appear like a normal functioning human being during the day. The bathroom reno is still not done, so I don't have a bathroom. What I've literally been doing is like I keep all of my makeup down here. I have like all these little like makeup bags of all my things all over the place. All that to say, I've been using this tiny little like guest bath as like my go-to get ready for the day place. We're gonna be home. I have just things to catch up with you guys on. We're gonna be in the kitchen a little bit. I want to try to see if I prep some food for Sean. But anyway, before we get started, and since we're here anyway, I want to thank Billy for sponsoring today's video. I have been really enjoying their new body care products that are now available at Walmart. They have their body washes, their deodorants, and they have been super good. I got these new ones in to try because these are like different scents and stuff, but the ones that I have upstairs that I've been using, I have really enjoyed. I actually just opened up the deodorant to see how this one would smell. It smells so good. This one is Cocoa Villa. The one I have upstairs is Lavender Milk. I think I might actually like this one more, but it's an all-day deodorant, 24-hour odor control. It's aluminum free. It's got no baking soda in it, so it's a much cleaner product. The price point for this is awesome. It's like $9, so I think that for an aluminum free deodorant, that's a good price. And I really enjoyed using these. Like, I don't feel like they make me feel sticky, and like I said, the one I've been using upstairs has been really nice. I had also shown you this, which is kind of like a new concept here. This is their AHA deodorant. It's a pH adjusting odor preventing gel. This one's like a little bit different. I've never really seen anything like it because it's got like this like roller ball. This scent in particular though, Botanic Air, is really good. I actually might give this to Joe to see if he might enjoy using it, because this one has like that like marine kind of feel to it, like outdoorsy by the ocean. It smells really good. And then on top of the deodorants, they also have their body wash. They have a couple different ones to choose from. The one that I got this time was called Detox, and it's a purifying body wash. This one has super greens to enrich and clarify. It's also got green tea in it. It smells super good as well. And then what I like about these is that they're vegan, cruelty free, SLS free, paraben free. So I'm all about that. That's awesome. And then in the back of this, it says, we infuse this bouncy gel wash with vitamin rich spinach and kale to rebalance and purify, plus green tea to help revive and renew the skin. Makes sense. It's like a super greens kind of formula. I will say that the body wash actually does have like that bouncy gel-like feeling. It feels very expensive. It feels like a very expensive product for $8. Like, you can't beat that. Like, I feel like that's a great price for what this is. So I've been enjoying them. If you want to check them out, I'll have a link down below in the description box. Like I said, they are now available at Walmart. So the next time that you go to Walmart, go look for them. Go to the beauty aisles, look for them. If you've already tried them, let me know what you think. But like I told you guys last time, I got really pumped to try these because I've been using Billy's razors forever and I love their razors. So now they've expanded their product line. Now they have more things to offer, and then it's nice because you can have the razor, you can have the body wash, you can have the deodorant, kind of keep everything nice in the same brand. Plus, knowing that like their ingredients are much cleaner and that they're paraben free, like those kinds of things that I look for in products nowadays. That's it. Again, thank you to Billy for sponsoring today's video, and let's continue with the day. Okay, Riley has been over here on the floor drawing. This is what she drew because she's following one of those little tutorials. Can I see the one that is on the camera or on the video? So that's what she was doing the tutorial of. Good job, Mama. It came out so cute. What channel is this? This is called Art for Kids Hub. If you guys are looking for the YouTube channel, that's what she follows, and then the guy like does like all the tutorials, walks her through it like step by step. It came out really good, Mama.
I want another.
Okay, go get another paper so you can do more. But this has been, you're welcome, but that's been like her morning activity. She got all her markers here, and then she has the remote so she can like pause it as the guy goes doing like step by step. Okay, I just had to put Sean down for his first nap. It's only 9, but he was already tired because he woke up like at 6:30 today. So I'm finally getting around to like making the big kids some breakfast. It's just been hectic. My contractor's here. He's gonna work on some baseboards for the bathroom. So lots going on, but I've been loving giving Jackson these. I don't know why I put Sean's spoon in here. I'm not thinking. Okay, this is better. So yeah, I've been liking to give these to Jackson because they've got 15 grams of protein, and Jackson that doesn't eat a lot of protein is a good way to get some protein in him, and he really likes them. Okay, I went to grab some chicken from the big freezer because I'm gonna thaw this. I'm gonna probably put it in the refrigerator, right? I should thaw it in the refrigerator. This shouldn't take too long, but I'm gonna thaw that chicken so that I can make some homemade like chicken, like baby food. So I've been saving all of Sean's, like the beech nut ones that we normally get. I've been saving all these little jars and washing them so that then I can make like my own batch of the chicken and then put it here, save it in the fridge. Basically my goal is to make like one of these in like homemade form. So that way I have like the protein ready to go, and then all I have to do is mix it with a veggie. So I have a bunch of like the veggie ones and like the veggie ones and the fruits and stuff I can keep buying, or I can make them on my own. But I feel like that's one thing that I should learn how to do, right? And my mom was over here yesterday and she's like, when she does puree for Sean, like whenever she would make him puree, she would boil the chicken. So I'm gonna do like the whole process of like boiling it, maybe adding like some onions, some carrots to like the broth, and then blending it. And hopefully you and I can learn together to see if that's something that is feasible to keep making for him. I actually took him to the doctor this past week. I took him for, he had his like 9-month follow-up, like his 9-month well visit or whatever, but it actually ended up coinciding with him being sick. He had a bit of a fever a couple nights ago. The kids had all been sick. It had kind of been just a disaster. I think in like the last vlog I was telling you how we weren't able to go ice skating. So we weren't able to go ice skating. The big kids were sick. I also had like weekend plans. Joe and I were supposed to go to our marriage small group. That didn't end up happening because then Sean was sick. So everyone has been sick and I am so over it. Thankfully everybody's feeling better now, but when Sean had like his fever, I was not really, you know, cool just like letting him be in his room by himself. So I wasn't sleeping at all. Like for a couple nights I was very, very tired. Like it was pretty miserable. The point is, when I went to that doctor's appointment with Sean, she was telling me more about like how to feed him, how I should be feeding him now 3 times a day, and that it's okay if most of it is puree as long as I'm still offering him finger foods, which I've been doing anyway. It's time to kind of like get back on track in terms of feeding these small children, feeding Sean. And so I brought out, I don't know if you guys remember when I did baby led weaning with Jackson, I had bought these 2 books, which are pretty great books if you need some ideas for foods for your kiddos. So I'm trying to go through and see if there's any recipes that are like quick and easy that I can make, and like maybe make them like at the beginning of the week and then have them in the fridge for the rest of the week. I'll link these if you guys want, but this one is cute. This one talks more about like the whole baby led weaning process. Like it has like a whole like intro on how you're supposed to like cut things. I'm not doing this really with Sean. I'm not doing like the whole giving him a whole giant stick of something because I'm just not there, but I will make something like these banana pancakes and then chop them up really little and then offer them to him. So that's kind of how I'm thinking about things for him. So this is really easy. This is cinnamon banana pancakes, and all you need is an egg, 1 banana, 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1 tablespoon of butter. So stuff like that, that's simple. That's what I need in my life. So I'm gonna go through and maybe pick out a handful of those and then have them there somewhere like visible where I don't forget. And this will give me like good ideas too on like what I can offer him. Anyway, in the meantime, while Sean is asleep a little longer, I'm gonna postpone school with the kids for a minute so I can sit with my coffee and read my book. I've been reading this one. This is a Catholic book, but I'm not sure if I shared it with you guys here already, but it's called Food for the Soul, and it's a reflection on the mass readings. So every Sunday there's specific mass readings that we read at church from the Bible, and then it's like explanations from the author Peter Kreeft, so like his interpretation of those scriptures. So I've been trying to read these, and I feel like they hit, like they're just really good. Like he's a great author. So I'm gonna do that with my coffee. I've been trying to make it a point sometime in the day to do this, like my me time, because I'm feeling very overwhelmed. I'm sure you guys are too. Like the month of May for us, I tell you every year, is very crazy chaotic. And now that the kids like are in co-op and there's like events, end of the year events, like we homeschool, but there's still like end of the year events. So we have an end of the year potluck on Friday. But in May, we have my sister's birthday this weekend, then it's Mother's Day, then my mom's birthday is also this month. There's Memorial Day weekend, which I don't think we're doing anything, but I think a friend of ours is maybe throwing a party. Add to that like the kids' school stuff, and just like I had a meeting this week for Riley's like CCD class for next year. Like it's just a lot of stuff, and I'm sure you guys feel the same way, right? Like isn't May insane? Like end of the year, and then those of you that like take your kids to school and like you have, I'm sure, like teacher gifts and teacher appreciation stuff. Like I am the teacher. This is my appreciation of myself. This is what I'm trying to prioritize. This is a gift to myself. But I don't know how you guys do it. Like May is just wild, and it's nice to have like events, it's nice to have things to go to, but when it's like overwhelming, when it's too much, it really freaks me out. So I hope that if you guys are in the thick of that and like the end of the year craziness, that you guys are surviving, that you're thriving, that you're doing okay. Because I know that that's gotta be wild. Okay, I'm boiling some water so that way we can start working on the chicken. While it's boiling, let's go transplant this little basil. Kids are out here. I'm checking on my plants. But I've shown you this a million times, the basil that I've been like rooting. So I'm gonna try to put it in its own pot, like this little container. I need to get a better pot. But that way, we have a new little basil plant. But the idea is that we will now have a new basil plant. But look at that. How cool. Let's see if it'll last in here. I'm gonna water it in, but hopefully that will keep growing now and we'll have like a new little plant. Okay, I'm gonna prep this stuff in case Sean wakes up and I don't have to be worrying about it. So inside of the water, when I put the chicken in, I'm gonna put a little bit of parsley that I had. And the doctor told me that he can have like seasonings already. So we're gonna try to make stuff like a little bit tasty at least. So we've got some parsley that I'll throw in there. And then I have just carrots, like baby carrots that I'll throw in. And then we'll add in a little bit of onion too. Okay, so the first time that I do this, I'm gonna start with literally just one chicken breast. I think it says like it's a 6-ounce chicken breast. I did not need this much water, but whatever, I am learning. So then I've got that onion that I chopped up. Just throw that in here. I'm gonna add, I don't really need to add this. I'm just, I don't know, thinking maybe. Like when you make chicken broth, you add like carrots, right? Carrots and onions, like some veggies in there. Probably also puree the carrots if I wanted to make some carrot puree. And then I have the parsley. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper, I think, just to flavor it a bit. And then I read that you simmer it for like 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm gonna put a timer for 15 minutes. And we'll check on it. But if that's all that there is to it, then that's pretty easy. All right, so we're gonna start school today with just like some art. And so this is what the kids have set up. They're gonna do a little painting because we've been doing a snake study, like a little nature study on snakes. So we have like poems that we've been reading about snakes, writing, copywork about snakes, all the things about snakes. But then today I'm gonna leave out this little picture so they can look at it. And then their job is to draw a snake.
Okay, I don't know if I can do it with, paint, but I could try.
Yeah, you try. Jackson, the assignment is not to paint the narwhal, okay? You've got to like draw a snake, okay? You can draw inspiration from here and then just draw like a scene of a snake, okay?
I'm going to first draw the snake.
Okay, sounds good. Jackson, what letter does snake start with?
S.
S, very good. Good job, buddy. Okay, this says that it is done. 15 minutes have passed. So I'm gonna like move this to the cutting board just so I can make sure that the temp is right, and then we'll get it in the blender. This looks so sad and disgusting, but hopefully it's not. It look like when you cut it open. Yeah, looks cooked to me. There's nothing pink about this. All right, let's get it in the blender. And then let's add some of the broth. I don't really know how much broth I'm supposed to add in here, but I guess I will assess as we go, as I go blending. I feel like it needs a little more water. Okay, it's hard for you guys to see. I think this is still a little bit too thick of a consistency. Like there's chunks of chicken in there. I don't know if you can see super well. It's a little bit chunkier than how I would want it. So I'm just adding broth until it gets to like how I think he'll eat it. Okay, so I think I got close to it. We're gonna see how much this produces. See how many of these it'll give me. And whatever, if he doesn't end up eating it or liking it, then I can adjust as needed. But these are like little 2 to 2.5 ounce jars. And I use one of these, or at least close to one of these, every time that I give him like a meal, like a lunch or a dinner. Okay, so one chicken breast basically gave me 4 jars. And I think that I'm happy with that. The consistency, so you guys can see what we're working with. And then I'll mix it with a veggie or a fruit, and then like I think it's fine. I tried this stuff and it does not taste bad. I'm sure it tastes better than the stuff that I've been giving him. The stuff that I've been giving him does not, I've been kind of afraid to taste it. But this just tastes like exactly what I did. I blended up some chicken. It's not super seasoned, but it also is not super bland, so I could put more seasoning if I want to later. So yeah, now that I know what the process is, if he ends up liking it, oh, I still have to take off like the stuff from this jar. But if he ends up liking it, then next time I can do 2 chicken breasts. So I think that that was like a good little experiment. So if you also want to make baby food, maybe don't be so intimidated because I just made it. I guess the real test will be later at lunch, right? Like if he actually eats it, so stay tuned. All right, little man is awake from his nap. Hi! Kids are excited to see their brother, a little too excited. Riley finished her masterpiece over here. Let me see it.
That's my snake.
Oh, I love it.
And look at the dolphin.
And you colored that dolphin. Nice. Now we gotta clean my table because it's all full of paint. So let's do that.
Yes.
This is a disaster. And this is Jackson's snake. So good, Jackson. Love it. All right, thanks very much for helping me with that.
I'm going to first draw, make a sign to put on here that says no putting stuff on here that's electric or food.
Why?
Because it could get wet.
Oh, okay. Okay, I have given Sean a mohawk. So there's that. We've been over here practicing his standing. So working with him on that still. But look how stinking cute. I'm like a sucker for a little kid in a mohawk. So cute. Meanwhile, the big kids have been watching Joanna, Miss Joanna from Language Learners Español. So they've been practicing Spanish. Okay, I sat Sean in his high chair. We're gonna try the food that I made him. I also wanted to show you that I've been giving him peas as a way to like work on his little pinter grip or whatever they call it. And he's been liking these. I did this at dinner. I just gave him a couple of like these little smushed peas. And then he goes putting them in his mouth. And he's gotten better at it. It just takes a little practice. Good job.
Mom, Riley's in Sean's packing.
Yes, she's in his pack and play organizing his toys is what she told me. So that is what Riley's doing over there in the pack and play. So I'm gonna let him do this. Like this is good because it entertains him long enough for me to like actually make his food. Just putting some kind of like finger foods for him to like explore and work on putting in his mouth. Are you gonna put one in your mouth? Good job. No, on the floor. Moment of truth. Let's see. Put a little bit of this and then I'm gonna mix it. I don't think I'm gonna do the whole thing. I'm gonna start with like half of the chicken. Should I do the whole thing? I'm just gonna do the whole thing because it's really not that much. We're gonna do all of the chicken and then I'm gonna mix it with this that has peas and pears. He usually likes this, so there's no reason why that shouldn't taste good. Start with that. I'll leave a little bit unmixed. And that's literally all I do when I give him like his purees. All right, Gordo, I hope you like this. I made it for you with love. What do you think? Is that good?
Whoa.
Will you eat it? Okay. So far, I think he likes it. So that is, I would consider that a win. Win of the day. So you actually like the food I made? Better than the other kids? Alright, so it's been busy afternoon, but it's good. Sean is actually sleeping, so I'm so happy he's been like back to taking his afternoon nap because there was a while there that he was like protesting it. So he's sleeping, but he's about to wake up. The kids are doing quiet time upstairs and they've been good. And then I've been doing all sorts of like little tasks, getting laundry going, which was needed. And then also they came to measure for like the glass in my shower. So like the glass guy came. Of course I ran out of space in my memory card, but the glass guy came to measure so that I can have my like frameless shower door. So he was like showing me samples and measuring and whatever. So that is hopefully gonna get in motion. So that was something else that I had to do. But all of this little crafty stuff that you saw me doing, I don't even know how to explain it to you guys. It's a project that we're working on for co-op for next year. Next year, Jackson's gonna be in preschool, like official pre-K4 in co-op. And so all of the like 17 families that are currently in the preschool we're like teaming together, like coming together to create what's called like preschool in a bag. And essentially, I'm gonna explain it so wrong, but essentially it's like this book that one of the moms had from years and years ago when she homeschooled. And then inside the book, there's a bunch of preschool activities, like learning activities, ABCs, matching patterns, like all of these different activities that you can prepare for your child to teach them at home, like a lot of the preschool concepts. So instead of me going through that book and putting together, you know, 50 different activities for Jackson, we're all teaming up and we are creating like 2 activities each of us for everyone else. And so that way, like, I'm just focusing on those 2 activities, and then we're gonna do like a big swap where we meet together and then everybody gives each other like the bags that they don't have, so that at the end of it, I will have 34 activities that I can use to school Jackson next year. 34 activities that I can use whenever I'm like, you know, what do I do with him? Or maybe he's bored, what can I use to keep him entertained? The goal or the idea behind it is that I will have 34 activities. So I have no joke, I've been working on this for days, and it's like a labor intensive thing because like I got these activities and then I had to like follow the instructions and I had to buy the materials, I had to do all the things, sorting all the things. But so you can see what it would look like. Like, this is why they call it preschool in a bag, because you put each of the activities in a Ziploc bag. So that is what I've been working on. I had to sort out foam alphabets like 17 times for the 17 people. Also had to sort out like all of the numbers. So we've got like numbers with the foam numbers, and then the kids can like match it. So that was like one of my activities. I finally finished that one last night, but it's just like I never have like consecutive hours to work on it, so I work on it like little bits and pieces like this during nap time or like when the kids go to bed. And then the goal is that here in a few weeks we can meet, and then I can hand out all my bags, and then I can get the ones in return that other people have made. If it works out, the concept will be great, but in the meantime, like as I've been preparing it, it's been brutal because like I had this huge tub of letters and numbers, and I had to have them all scattered across the table to like make all the A's, all the B's, all the C's. I had to sort them, I had to put them all in the bags, I had to print out all the things on cardstock. It was a labor of love. So I'm really hoping that these get put to use, that the kids actually learn through them, and so if they do, then it will be time well spent. So that's what you saw me working on over there. And so the one I have left to do is called like foam pattern match. So in each of these like little rectangles, I have to make a pattern with like all of these little foam shapes, and then like leave it up to the kid to like fill in the missing, you know, shape. So I have to create a pattern, glue the foam things. It's still gonna be a process, but at least I got the papers done today, like the actual cardstock papers, and cut to the right size so they fit in the bag. Again, would I have chosen to do this on my own? Most likely not, but it was like a good like team building thing too, because I'm doing it with like my friends and it's gonna be good. So that is the craziness that I was working on. And then I'm glad that I got to some laundry. I was actually doing Joe's laundry, but then I have to do the kids' laundry. I don't know if your kids are like this, you guys, but my kids lately go to wear something, right? Especially Riley, of course. So she goes to wear something now, and I'm like, oh, that's dirty. Like now she has a specific memory of like the exact same thing that she wants to, like a particular thing she wants to wear. And I'm like, Mama, that's dirty, it's in the hamper. And she literally will look at me dead in the face and be like, you never wash my clothes. And I look at her like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, she'll look me dead in the face. Why don't you ever wash my clothes, Mama? And I just like, I die. Like I die in the inside because it triggers all these things. Like, I'm freaking washing your clothes every freaking day of my life, but there's not enough time in the day to do your laundry and you change 15 times. So yeah, she's like, you know, just like hitting me where it hurts lately. And so I need to get on top of it, because if she tells me one more time that I never do her laundry, I'm going to snap. So yeah, fun times, fun times. That's life with a 6-year-old. Guys, a million years later, it is bedtime. I was actually alone again tonight for bedtime because Joe had another church meeting. So the kids are officially all in their rooms. Sean's been asleep, and now it is again me time. So I'm gonna end the vlog here. I'm gonna go downstairs, finish working on that project. Never-ending preschool in a bag project. And then if I have time, I'm also gonna try to watch or keep watching Buying Beverly Hills on Netflix. It's been like my guilty pleasure to watch like all the mansions and stuff. So I'm gonna do that, maybe have some ice cream. Sounds glorious. And then Joe will get home later and then I'll hang out with him for a little bit. But thanks for hanging out with me today and for watching today's video. Thank you again to Billy for working with me today and sponsoring today's video. Again, I'll have the link to them where you can shop their new products, their body care line. I used their stuff tonight in the bath and I got a nice shower and I felt just so nice. But yeah, I love your faces. Thanks for being here and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.